Hey guys, it's Roy from ANSgear. We're going to take a look at a Halo upgrade kit. This is the Magna Clutch upgrade kit. This will work for any Halo force feeding loader system that does not have the Magna drive already in it, or the Magna Clutch already in it. So we've got the parts here. You can see that we have a couple different plates right here. Man, it's hard to see those on that white background. So a couple different shapes of plates. Magnet carrier, rip drive, the post, two different spring carriers, the top of our drive cone and our drive cone itself, some mainsprings, the set screw for the top, and our C-clips. So if you're familiar with the way a Halo works to begin with, you've got your spring carrier right here, your spring cup. The spring sits inside of it like so, and then the drive cone rides on top of it. And let me find the part where I want here. When it's set up properly, as the spring winds, or the motor turns on the inside, you're winding up the spring, and then when it stops, it wants to unwind itself, and that's where you get your constant force feeding into the gun. It's the spring actually wanting to unwind itself and drive forward. It's not the motor turning that is forcing the paint inside. It's the motor's turning to wind the spring is wanting to unwind and constantly drive the cone forward and push balls into your gun. That's how you get that constant tension on there. So with this upgrade kit right here, you can run it a couple different ways. You can use this cup right here, and this is going to work for if you are just wanting to run the Magna straight up with only using the drive or the force of the spring, none of the magnetic components in it at all. You can do it that way. So that's what this cup would be for right here. Now, if you want to get crazy with it and start running it with the magnetic, you can do that as well. Now with this drive cup, you can still use the spring, so you've got that constant force on there, but you can also take that out and run it just with the magnets. I would recommend always using the spring inside there, and you can use the magnets for a little bit of an extra boost to it. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit complicated. This is probably why the Magna is not made anymore. It can be overly complicated with the magnets and the plates and all the stuff that can work with it. But I'll try to give you an explanation as to how it works and what it does, and you can take that for what it is. So we've got our spring cup right here. You can see the star pattern on the bottom of it right here. Now you've got all these different plates. All these plates will fit into this spring carrier in different fashions, each of them taking up a different amount of space on there as far as a metal plate goes, from this one being your smallest amount of space taken up to the largest amount of space taken up. Now this drive cup, or this magnet carrier, is going to sit on top of it like this. Each one of these little holes, I can take a magnet that they provide and I can drop it into here. So you've got more holes than you have magnets, so you can set up a pattern on your magnet carrier. Take a plate, let's take this one right here, and then we'll put our post in just so that it has something to hold on to. It might be easier to do without it. And you can see that as I turn this, in this position right here, there's no attraction or anything with the magnets. They're not touching the metal, so they're not stuck on it. But in this position, they are wanting to spin forward and go towards the metal and grab onto it. You see it just jumped across right there. So this is adding extra force to want to turn and drive the drive cone forward. Now, if I had more magnets on it, it would want to drive more. If I had so many magnets on it, it would want to not break free and it would want to stay in one spot. So you can control the amount of force that your drive cone is experiencing or trying to attract by controlling the number of magnets in it, in your magnet carrier, and then controlling the amount of contact that the magnets have with the plate itself, from a small amount to a large amount. So you can control, you've got all this control of how hard your drive cone is going to push forward, which can actually be too much control. And you can spend too much time trying to figure out how to set it up instead of just running your loader and enjoying it and having a good time. If you're the person who likes to tinker around with stuff, different settings, different configurations of magnets and plates and drive cones, then this might be an option that you're interested in. The Magna Clutch setup, definitely a cool setup. Might be a little bit more than you really need to fool around with. But if that's what you're into and that's what you like, this is definitely something you should check out. So the Magna Clutch setup available for pretty much any Halo system that has a force-feeding loader to it. It's available through the website. As with all the videos we do, please subscribe to our channel so that we can talk about other videos. We can answer questions that you leave in the comment section. Or if there's videos that you want to see, you can put it in the comment section and we can do those for you. So check this out, the Magna Clutch system, available through the website. Order yours now through ANSgear.com.